If I go look at our statistics, do we still have high unemployment? Let's go look at this. Unemployment's at 80%. 80% unemployment rate. That is insane. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel and to City Skylines 2, a brand new city, Mount Vista County. Super excited to get started. My first time really diving into City Skylines 2 after the Economy 2.0 patch. I played with that a little bit, maybe a few hours into it, just to see how it kind of all works. And I can honestly say that I'm bad with balancing the budget, and it took me so long to really get a balanced budget, but I think I got somewhat of a hang of it, maybe. And that's kind of why we're here. We're going to start a new city. We're going to explore the updates and really get into how we can build a new city in this beautiful map, which if you're around YouTube at all for City Skylines, you know whose map this is. This is City Planner Plays. This is Magnolia County. It's from his current series. And I wasn't going to use the map, but it just looked so nice, and I couldn't really find any other map that looked well worth, playing with. So I just kind of took it upon myself to put it into my mod set and start it, if I'm being honest. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I don't really have a plan. As usual, when I do these kind of things, I just kind of go for it and see where we end up and kind of hope it goes well, right? So, honestly, I don't even know where to start. So we have this general plot here, which I assume, I guess best building place is probably going to be here in the middle, just because of how this is set up, and this is going to be like later extend across as a bridge and head this way or something. I don't know. We'll see. There's also no highway infrastructure here, which I just realized. There's basic connectivity, just a one way each way. So it's going to be something that we're going to have to build on our own and really get involved with, like traffic management, which it's safe to say I'm not very good at. So it's going to be an adventure, but it's an adventure that I'm ready to take on. So let's dive on in and kind of see what happens. So I want to start off with just building a basic neighborhood just to get us started, so we can start zoning, because the sooner we can zone, the sooner we can get population, the sooner we can get closer to an equilibrium of our budget. And I think what I'll do, I'm just gonna roll it like that, right? There's not really a rhyme or reason as to why I put that road there. It's just what I'm gonna do. And I think it kind of works out. Oh, I already messed that up. So you don't really get all your money back when you destroy things anymore because of the whole new economy thing. So I'm hoping we don't go completely in debt because of, well, me not doing things correctly and having to demolish it and stuff. I guess this terrain's going to make it kind of difficult just because of the hilliness and stuff. So we're going to have to be careful not to mess with the terrain too much. I'm going to turn on contour lines, and we're going to try to avoid as much of it as we can, which I already kind of did some crazy stuff here. Can I measure this? Like if I, like what is this grading? 6%, that's kind of high. I can't live with that grading, so we're gonna take that away and kind of restart. I think I'm okay with a 30% climb there, which is what was there. And I think that'll be smooth enough to not cause any major issues, so that's what we're gonna roll with. We're just gonna start off gridding. I mean, that's pretty much, it's probably the easiest way to do this. This is not straight at all compared to lined up to this bottom highway, which is okay. It's just gonna make it kind of interesting to grid this up. So what I'm gonna do is just start with, I guess, where do we want to have our first connection? I want to have a bit of a gap there so it's not too close. Something like, if we go 112, I think it is. Is it 112? I don't remember. No, this is not the tool that I need. That's why it looks weird. We go 120. There's enough room in the middle for a pedestrian path, which is going to be perfect because I want to have paths in here. And this is going to be like one of the only straight roads we're going to be able to have in this area just because of the hilliness and stuff like that, which is okay. Oh, why does that look? I'm pretty sure I kept that pretty straight. Why did that do that? Okay, that keeps the grid intact. So we have to build off of this. I think it's just because of the weird, like, whatever's going on here is messing up the zoning. We have to just be mindful of that. And I think that's perfectly fine. We're leaving enough gap here for pedestrian paths, but we don't want to get behind on that. I always say I'm going to make things pedestrian friendly, and I never really end up doing it just because of, well, I start rushing things. And it ends up turning into a giant mess. I'm going to do my best to slow down while I'm doing stuff, and hopefully you guys can keep me accountable because I'm definitely not the best at it. Let's see. If we go down, probably not another 240. What if we go down a 120 here and then just connect that up as best we can there, and this will give us a grid going this way, kind of. Not really a grid. It'll be just like a couple connections, which is going to be that, and that's about it. Should we do something with this, or should we? Should I cul-de-sac it? No, I'm gonna leave it for now. If we need the space, we'll definitely mess with it. How much money are we losing already? Probably a good amount of money because of these roads. But I think we're in a good spot to. I think we're going all right so far. Can we start seeing which way the wind direction is going? So the wind is blowing this way. So having industrial, obviously on this, that would be bad because it would blow into our town. So probably if we have it like in here, or if we make this our initial industrial zone, it'll work. And we'll be in a good spot, maybe. We'll probably squeeze it in here just because of the mountain. It's a bit of a drive away, but I think it's okay. But it'll help get rid of that pollution from the beginning. So I want to make a little bit of room for that. Nothing crazy, but I want to make room. So I'm gonna go with our continuous. Is it called the continuous? Yeah, the continuous road tool. And we're gonna work our way over here, right? And I say we just grab a road, honestly, and just I'm gonna figure out a good way to do this without making it too insane. Something like this. Oh, this will be a dead end, right? And then this road will just kind of follow, it's going to meander its way through here. Something like that. I think that works because then it leaves us room here on this side for some buildings, and then we can also just follow this path down with industry. And I don't think we're going to do that much industry at the beginning anyway, so I think it's a good way to start. Hopefully. We'll see. That's for sure. Let's go back to our regular road tool here and kind of continue on these roads here. So I'm going to grab our continuous road tool. So this is already pretty crazy, and I'm acknowledging that from the beginning, but I want a road to kind of zoom its way. That's not horrible. Definitely a little steep on this side, but I think it's fine. I think it works, and I'm going to leave it. If it doesn't work, then I apologize in advance. But that's what I'm going to do. We have to connect up our pipes just so we can get some external connections going here. So we're going to connect that to there just to get that going. Super simple. Probably should do it the other way. Let's get rid of this pipe and grab our dual pipe, combined pipe. Then we can just get a substation, a transformer station, I'm sorry, and get that here, and that'll just be good enough of a connection. Gotta get our power line here, make a connection to there. We'll go underground just because it looks a little bit better. I think that's fine. This already connects to that road, but now there's no road connection here, so what we'll do is we'll just grab, I think it's this what I need, yep, this. And we can just kind of follow this road all the way up. Not too fast, just so we can try to keep that angle as best we can, because I don't think I can angle this. I can, I'm just being lazy about it if I'm being honest, but under the road, it's decent. I think it gets the job done. And I think we're at a spot where we can start zoning a little bit. I want to connect this up real quick before I zone. I think I'm going to do something like... Okay, I have an idea. Something... Get like a basic... There we go. I want to get this as much as a 90-degree angle as I can. So what if we go... That's rough. What if we go something like that? And connect that there, and then that kind of connects nicely, and then there's kind of connection there. And just so it's not just a one-way in and out into this area, I'm going to add a secondary connection here. And I think that works. At least for now. We can always make changes down the road. I'm going to make another connection here. Can we even that out a little bit? 134, 136, I'm okay with that. That's kind of ugly. Let's remove that. I actually don't like how that turned out at all. We're going to leave... We'll leave that connection there for now. I think that's fine. But nothing more past that. We already have demands ready for, obviously, everything. Because we're really getting started. So we're going to start just zoning in a couple of things that we would need. Industry, we're going to start just zoning in... Wind goes straight that way, right? So if it goes at this angle, and if I put something here, it'll blow straight into my residential zone. So I'm going to line it up probably in here. That'll probably be the best way just to avoid that wind going through. We'll do 4 spots like that, and I think that'll be fine. And then I'm going to start zoning in a little bit of housing. Which the way I want to do this, I don't just want to line it up like crazy. So I'm going to line it up as best as I can with this road here. So that way the houses get built on either side facing the correct way. We're going to remove the middle here to leave room for our pedestrian path. That'll be super simple. And while we're here, actually, we'll grab our pedestrian path. And we're going to just line this in here. Oh, and to go a little bit further. There we go. Easy connections right then and there. No problem at all. I think we just hit on pause. Actually, a little bit of commercial. I think a few buildings of commercial would be a good start. Nothing crazy, just enough to get like the taste commercial into it, right? Nothing crazy, something small, like a 4x3. I'm gonna unpause so that builds, and then we'll go another one, and then another one. That way the buildings are all similar size. I just like when they look kind of uniformed. I think it's the best way to do it. Now we got some houses being built, which is really exciting. First residents are gonna start moving in. Our budget's gonna start stabilizing eventually. Say eventually, because it's probably not anytime soon. I'm gonna speed up the game here a little bit just to get us moving a little bit. And I think that'll be fine. Yeah, we have demand for everything pretty much right now. And I think commercial's going to stay just because... Ooh. See, I already made a mistake and forgot a gap there for housing. But I think that's fine. I think we'll just mimic the same thing we did over there. Do like a 3x4 all the way through. Oh, and then we'll have like a... We'll have a 3x4 there and just leave it like that. Yeah, because it still leaves about the same amount of space. Not on either side because the grid gets a little... funky there, but I think it's okay. And we'll grab our pedestrian tool, our path tool, and same thing, just connect paths on either side. And we avoid that snapping to just make sure it lines up like right there. Perfect. And same thing here, we're going to turn on our snap twos and turn them off and just make that connection as straight as we can. That'll look nice. And then we can just make a simple connection on this side. Connect it to there, drag it all the way through. Same thing here, another connection there. That way there's enough of a walkable space. Plus people can just cross the street and go over to the other side and keep going. Not going to be too complicated to figure out how to walk and stuff like that, so it just works perfectly fine. Spacious homes, people are excited about spacious homes for sure, but it's definitely not the best way to zone these homes and get the higher population. So we're going to do things a little bit slower, get a couple of these style of homes going. They're smaller homes, but we'll be able to squeeze in people a little bit easier and get that population boost as quickly as we can. And it's kind of what we want, so. Can I squeeze in a 1x6? Not a thing, okay. No problem at all. And same thing on this side, just a bunch of 2x6s. Super simple. Squeeze in a bunch of households just in these little areas. And it's the best way, in my opinion, just to get a bunch of population in a small area by just forcing them to live in tighter quarters. Probably should have done that with this area since we're limited space here, but I think we're okay. Should be okay. If something happens, then we'll destroy stuff and, you know, make the changes as needed, but I think we're okay. We're speeding up here. Traffic is starting to flow a little bit easier, which is nice. Hopefully we can get some people moving into our city relatively quickly and just kind of get things moving, because beginning a new city in City Skylines, you always know that it's going to be a little bit of a wait, right? You're going to be working on stuff for a while before you can get anything really cool going. Yeah, it looks like we got a little bit more of commercial need for jobs and things like that. So I'm going to zone in a little bit more. Can we do like a 2x6 warehouse? Yes, we can. A couple of those smaller ones, and it'll be awesome to get the multiple jobs in here without having the massive properties, and I think that's fine. Can we zone this and it'll be a building? No, probably not. Okay. Leave it blank like usual. It'll be good to go. So that's 6 more businesses in the same space that we built, like, what, 4? So I think that's a lot better. Electricity demand is not being met. Yeah, it's too expensive to even afford it on our own, so it's not something we're going to do anytime soon. Just because we can't afford it. But I think that's okay. And same thing we'll do over here. We'll start zoning out a little bit more. We'll do these 2x6 lots just to really squeeze in as much as we can here. I know people are going to complain about the lack of spacious homes and things like that, but I think it's just needed to get the initial population, and it'll help us balance our budget a little bit easier, which is a plus in the long run. Same thing, 2x6, 2x6, 2x6s all the way down. Super good to go. I probably should have left a little bit of space for some more commercial. I guess we can squeeze in a little 2x6 here. Probably shouldn't do that there. Probably should do this here so I can leave room for roads to expand here. We're going to destroy this. Easy. And get some smaller shops in here. Maybe something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect every time. And I kind of like the unevenness of that, you know? I don't know. Feels a bit... Not every business has to be the same. Probably in a straight line, it'd probably be the exact same length like these are here, but I don't know. Maybe it looks a little interesting. It's a maybe. I guess we'll find out. All right, what's here? People are losing happiness for some reason. I don't understand why. Spacious homes, abundance of leisure time, all in place. They should be getting a little happier. I think it's just the lack of... Now we're at the point where we're running out of housing. And that's kind of my own fault because we're not building fast enough, right? So we're going to pause the game a little bit here. And we're going to start squeezing in some more housing. I think what we'll just do is just do what we do with like row housing and just keep going with this. Maybe 2x4s all the way through here. I think that'd be fine. Gotta make sure this one's facing the correct way. Yep, facing forward. Nice and easy. I wish this grid wasn't broken, but it's kind of what we're stuck with, so I'm not gonna complain about it too much. Just gonna work around it as best as I can. It's actually already looking really nice. And I think I have the line tool, if I remember correctly. Maybe I don't. If I do, then I think I got it. Yeah, there it is, line mode. So is this a prop line tool or is this like a default thing? I'm pretty sure it's a prop line tool, right? I want to get some, what were they? The lindens in here. I think the lindens just look really great. And I think, is that spacing? That spacing's a little too much. We'll go with like 15 meters maybe. We'll do 10 meters in between houses. I think that's fine. But this is what this is going to do is it's not only going to look, you know, fairly decent, is it's also going to help us reduce sound in the area, like noise pollution. And that's going to do that by, well, trees are very good at blocking that kind of like noise out. So it just kind of works out fairly nice. Not going to reach all the way. That's fine. We'll squeeze one in on that side here in a bit. Same thing on this side. Go all the way through, and I'm just going to go ahead and line up the rest of these sidewalks. Deviate from the young lindens just because of the lack of space, but I think these bushes still look all right, and I think they still grow a little bit. Maybe if they don't, they still look fine, and I'm happy with it. So we'll probably, you know, deviate. We'll go back and forth between the young lindens and that bush everywhere we go, but I think it's fine. I don't think there's a problem with it, so that's what we're gonna do. Looks like we have just still increasing demand just because, well, we don't have a very large population yet, right? So things are going to get demanded, and we're going to have to keep up with demand, which is okay. I think we'll do another grid over here. Go 120 and probably go up the 240. Can we fix this? Yes, we can. 120. Go 240 like usual and just connect it up here. Oh, that didn't really work out very well. Let's try to fix that real quick. Kind of my fault. I kind of sped through that and didn't really check to make sure that was connected. That's fine right there. Super easy connection. It gives us more space to grid out, which is phenomenal at the end of the day because we're running out of space. But making good progress. I'm not too worried about it yet. Make another connection here. Probably can't do another just because of the sloping. Maybe we can get in like... We got our first milestone, which means we unlock some stuff. We unlock some map tiles, city budget, and taxation, which is going to be great for our budget. Especially when we get started. we might increase our budget just ever so slightly on our businesses and things like that. But other than that, we're probably not going to touch anything else. 11% will get us a little bit more into the positive, which is what we want. I want to keep taxes as low as possible before we just increase them to make money. But I think as long as we keep up with basic demands and things like that, we'll be fine. Then we also unlocked our medium density housing, which obviously we're going to need. There's a demand for it, so we're going to roll with it. So we're going to do the same thing we've been doing, except for this one, we'll just do the 1x6s. Now that we have the corners here, we can just fill this in. Super easy. The rest of the houses will fill right in. Probably do the same thing on this side just to make it kind of uniformed. Keep that like high density all together. Once these corners fill in, we'll go ahead and build more properties. I don't want these like small properties, right? I want like the full sized. There we go. I think that's fine. And I'm gonna pause it real quick. I'm gonna find the middle. We got a road. We measure all the way across. It's 204 units, so 102 would be like right here. This is like the middle right here. So then if we grab our tool here and we clear like that, it's probably something like this. And I want to get a couple of shops in here. Like in the middle of this like commercial zone, in this residential zone of medium density apartments, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, see, now we got new businesses opening up. Again, don't want these half-sized houses. I want the full-length ones, and by destroying them, you kind of force it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. We also have specialized industry, which of course we have plenty of everything here. We don't really have the land for this. We might have to build a bridge and start like a farm over here. That might be the way we go, just so we can fill this up and start making a little bit of income off of it. It'd also provide a bunch of jobs and get rid of our industrial demand. But is this too hilly to build a farm on? Probably. But luckily, because we're building our own, can we... Keeps that cliff here, and it keeps the water out, makes it nice and smooth for us to just keep building on. What we're gonna do, something super simple. We're just gonna make a connection. We'll go from something like here to there. And then with that being said, we can start building a little bit of a bridge, right? Probably a bit expensive to get over here, but I think it's fine, and we don't have much land. $11,000 is fine by me. I'm gonna spend the money and then just bring that road down. Can we get close to a 3% without going too crazy? We'll go 3.9 is fine, I think. Well, if we do something like this, that's okay with me. This is going to be a little bit steeper just because of where this is connecting, but I think it'll be fine. Actually, a 9% incline is kind of crazy, but we'll do it anyway for now. We'll change it up in the future. If I can, maybe. Can I actually like destroy this? And then reconnect this, maybe? It's a lot smoother, so I'll gladly take this over what was there earlier. And super easily, what I'm going to do, nothing crazy really, if I'm being honest. It's just going to be building a basic farm here. And we have the road connection now, so it's going to be super simple to do. Going to get a road going. Something like that. Nothing crazy. This road will continue on eventually once we get the expansions and things like that. But we're going to get some basic... well, I guess we can start seeing... What are we doing for... I can't even check production yet. Which is kind of a shame. But I think it's okay. We're going to get some livestock. Maybe grain's going to be a little bit better. We'll go with grain for now. Put a livestock farm right here. And with this farm, super simple. Just make connections and get this grid going nice and smoothly. So I'm just going to follow this all the way around and just connect it around. Oh, wow. We have a need for death care and medical care, and we don't really have the money for it. So we're going to do this very slowly. We're gonna get can we even afford a cemetery? Probably not. but but we need it because everyone's complaining and everyone's complaining about everything right now. So we're gonna just place this. It's a little bit. I don't like that steepness of a hill. I'm gonna go. That'll take care of the healthcare problem, right? But now we're not taking care of the death care, which people are obviously complaining about. And almost put a landfill down and called it death care, but can't do that. What do we put our cemetery like over here? Maybe cemetery fits. Looks hideous and awful here, and I promise we'll move it, but it gets the job done. This is what we need. But we're already bleeding $5,000 an hour. Really? Wow, this game hates me. I was not expecting this to be this difficult immediately, right? So it's one of those things. But it's like, holy crap. I'm gonna do something crazy that might cost us even more money, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna buy 2 more tiles here on this side. We can get some residential started on this side because we really need the space. Just same thing. We're just gonna line this up as much as we can with housing. So a bunch of 2x6s. I know people don't like 2x6s just because they're smaller, but I think it's just the way to go to conserve space. Okay, got some more zoned down. It looks like it's helping a little bit with everything. Our budget's coming up slightly, but it's just not enough. Industry's for sure going to help, so we're just going to zone in some more businesses and hopefully get our economy to a better point, because right now this is bad. And it happened to me last time I was playing with this, is just getting economy right is just hard in this game. Can we okay, I don't want an entire, okay fine, you can have the whole area. Why is that building like the tiniest of stores ever? No, can we not get a tiny little store like that? Can we get a full-size store? Why is that building so small? Can we get rid of that? And okay, that works. I'll live with that. I don't know why it's giving me such small buildings. There's plenty of space there. And I think I'll just fill in some more businesses here because it's gonna get rid of that demand. We're having more industry demands, so we're gonna get some more industrial buildings going here. No problem at all. Hopefully we can calm this demand down a little bit and honestly use it to our advantage and get some more businesses in here, because if we can get a good amount of businesses in here, well, demand's not going to matter anymore, right? Because we're going to have the businesses to actually support everything we're doing. So right now we don't. Not enough money's coming into the city. That's really, really bad. Small village, got $50,000. More progression stuff. And we got a production panel, which we can see what we're losing out on, which is really great. People are going to start complaining about education now, which obviously we don't have education. High taxes and unreliable healthcare is what people are complaining about right now. I don't get the unreliable healthcare. We have a clinic in this small area, and apparently it's not enough. I never understood why that's there. It's just because we don't have a hospital? Could that be a thing? I guess it could be a thing. I just don't know about it. All right, we're on this side now. We can start looking at further farming and stuff like that. We have our first agriculture thing here. What do we have on production-wise? If we look at agriculture, yeah, we're almost going to be at a surplus on that. Let's get some livestock going. Let's get some carrots going, things like that. And hopefully we can balance our budget with this livestock and different industries and things like that. And hopefully we don't go completely in debt because of everything here. I'm hoping so. So we'll kind of find out. Yeah, we'll do this. And honestly, I'm just going to max this out in size. Just completely max it out. Probably fine for now. Production window, we can look at the production for animals. Starts going up immediately, which means we're not even maxed on employees yet because there's such a high demand for population. We're not really delivering on it. So what I'm going to do is just start squeezing in houses into different places. I think it'll be fine. We have our first apartment building. I don't want to do anything massive. Like a 3x3, like a 2x whatever that is, and like another 3x whatever that is, and something like that, just to get initial medium industry going. And hopefully that'll just, not industry, medium density, population. Hopefully that just helps out a little bit. Because I know population, increasing your population increases your tax revenue, things like that. You can balance things out a little bit better. But as of right now, we can't afford any of this. So I'm going to just turn it off for now. I'll keep death care open, I guess. I'll turn that off too. We're making $2,000 for now. Just so we can keep our money going up and we can keep expanding without worrying about going in debt right now. We'll get the services back up and running in no time. It's just a matter of time. and we'll be fine. I'm not worried. If we look at topography is not too bad. We could probably go straight into these and just be completely fine. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just completely straight. Something like that. Get that connected. Same thing here. I know it's kind of insane what I'm doing right now, but okay, maybe we'll go something like this, and then we'll curve into that. I think that's fine. This gives us more room to zone, which is what I'm looking for. We need room to zone in, so that's what I'm gonna do. Spacious homes is not really a thing anymore. Yeah, because we're gonna give everybody small houses, but I think it's okay. If people are mad because of the healthcare coverage and stuff like that, but we just don't have the money to support any of this stuff right now. Unfortunately, it's definitely nice to be able to support everything that your citizens want, but can't really afford it right now. We're gonna switch to our paint bucket tool and just start kind of going in through here and just filling up as much of the space as we can. Get as many properties as we can get going, and hopefully we can stabilize our budget. It's gonna be fantastic. And I'll just squeeze in the medium density there just because there's the room. That'll be fine. Another 5. We can do this. Then 2 of these. But that'll be fine. Good to go. Good to go. Medium density, we're still having more demand for that stuff. So I'm going to go another like 3x4. Maybe 2 of these. Can we get... There we go. Similar size, the better. Makes my anxiety feel a little... Not my anxiety. My OCD feel a little bit better. So that's what we'll do. Which I think it's crazy that I'm building apartment buildings in a town this small, but, you know. If the game is demanding it, who am I to tell it no, right? So, just going to build whatever it needs and live with the consequences. We'll figure it out later. One of those things. And it takes care of the problem that we're having a little bit. Definitely not going to take care of all of it, but we're making progress, right? We're up $4,000 a week. Can we turn on our clinic and be profitable? Yes, we can. Can we turn on our... Okay, we're back in after that crash, unfortunately. But I don't remember what I had here, if I'm being honest. Even though it was like 10 seconds ago. I put another apartment there just because it looks cool. I know that's why I wanted the same... Can we get these the same size? I think I drew in the wrong thing and expecting a different result. Yes, I did. Oops, I meant to draw in one of these. Destroy that and that. Get a regular building. Super good to go. And we'll get some of these. And we can squeeze in like a regular low residential. For whatever reason, we'll do it anyway. There's a lot of demand for this just like medium density residential. Which is kind of crazy. I was not expecting that demand. Can we get a bigger house there, please? Bigger house, please. Nothing growing yet? Okay. Again, industry demand is just insane because people need jobs. How do we check our unemployment? Is that a thing we can check? Education, crime rate, unemployment rate. Is this it? Yeah. Unemployment rate is at about, what is that? 12%. Wow, we are in desperate need for jobs. What's happening right now? People don't have jobs, so people aren't going to want to move here. People are going to remain poor just because I'm not providing enough jobs for everybody. So we're going to do something like this. Take it out. Is that keeping it as straight as possible? I think so. That works. Then make this connection here with our road tools here. Ooh, that's kind of nasty. Let's fix that. Back that up a little bit more. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Feels a lot better. It just flows a lot smoother, and good way to build that. We're going to go back into our industries and start seeing what kind of other industries we can build in here. Obviously, we have our vegetable farming. I don't see that as a bad investment, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Something like this, just to build up this road here, 90 degrees as best as we can. Right there works. Perfect. Gonna grab our vegetable farm, place that right there, and we're gonna do the same thing we do with everything else. We're gonna grab our area tool and just start kind of just start areaing this thing out. Not what I meant to say at all, but it came out that way. Just make these connections. We got stone production now in this city. We go to production. We're actually at a surplus for stone, 2 tons a month of stone, and that'll keep us not afloat, but it's definitely something. What if we go a little crazy with it, right? What if we... I don't see that as a problem. I think that's a good thing. Not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. Like, I feel like if there's a good stone deposit, we're going to cave into the mountain anyway, so I think it's fine. Plus, it also helps our production even more now. We're producing 9 tons and selling it all, which is really great. We're making $4,000 every single week right now, which is great, but that's only because, well, we don't really have anything open. We open up our clinic again. Does that balance itself out? $2,000. Nothing bad at all. Now we're losing money because of that, but I want to get some death care taken care of, and then we'll close this back up. We'll open it and close it in cycles, I guess, until we can pay for it without having to close it. Okay, we're about to get to the point where we can make money off of this, and we'll be okay. Look, we have more medium residential demand immediately, and it's just I feel like the apartments do better than these for density, so we're gonna just go with density all the way. Just a row of apartment buildings. Skip a gap there. No, let's not do that. Can we get this built in here, please? Thank you. We'll leave space for more medium density here. We got to find more place for our low density, and I think that just works kind of over here in this area. Same thing, 2x6s all the way through. Don't want to overzone, and then we're not building the buildings. More industrial demand, more demand for jobs. That's what's happening here. We have a lot of trees here, so I think we're going to build. Okay, it's gonna seem no. I'll put it over here. I don't want to have forestry right then and there. That was the weirdest connection ever, but it works, so we'll take it. So how much wood are we producing now? Because we have a bunch of stuff here. If we look at our production, wood, yeah, we're producing 43 tons of wood. That means we are exporting a bunch of that. So if we go to our, is it budget? Service fee, service trade, are we not? For example, visitors can use the city's healthcare services vacancies. Service trade, shouldn't this be going up? Well, that's services. That's not service trade. I guess that kind of makes sense. Where do we find how much we're making on like imports and exports? Unless I don't know how that works. Strong possibility. At least it's creating jobs, which is good for the economy, because right now we have a lack of jobs. That created 100 jobs, and it's still not enough. So there's really a high unemployment. Do we have high unemployment right now still? If I go look at our statistics, do we still have high unemployment? Let's go look at this. Unemployment's at 80%. 80% unemployment rate. That is insane. And not what I expected at all. Okay. So... okay, I guess we're going to start growing cotton. Just to get some more jobs flowing through the city, because clearly that's not enough, what we have there so far. And I honestly thought we were doing really great. If I'm being honest. But clearly not. So... time to expand a little bit. something like that. So this creates more jobs, right? Like immediately, yeah, already have employees. So is unemployment going to go down even a little bit because of this? No, that's insane. Unemployment's almost at 90%. We really have a lack of jobs. Just crazy because I thought I was doing pretty well. Clearly not. Can we buy another tile? We have the money. I'm gonna buy. Can I afford that? $300,000. Is it worth it? You know, okay, let's get rid of those. Something like that. We'll be fine. If we look at our industries, what do we have over here? Probably should have looked at that before I bought stuff. Nothing really major over here, which is fine. So I want to bring more industry over here and get some more jobs going. So what we're gonna do is just get a basic roundabout, plug it in right there because that's the only place it's letting me so far, and then get our road connections all the way through. We're gonna go back into our zoning tools, grab some more industry, and just start zoning this up a little bit because we desperately need jobs, and the faster we can get these jobs, better our economy will be. People will stop complaining as much. What did our unemployment go to now? Still pretty high. Let's see if it comes down as these businesses get built. All right, let's give it a second. We'll see what happens. All right, have a lot of our businesses open. Let's go back into our city statistics. Look at employment rate. Unemployment is near zero. Fantastic. We got everybody employed, which is good for the economy. Yeah, high employment. Look at that. $3,000. We're in a phenomenal spot to keep going. Now, I think unemployment's too low. And hold on, let's go look at jobs. Commercial jobs, industry jobs, city jobs. Can we check like available jobs? Is that a thing we can check? I don't think so. We'll have to play with things until we figure it out, right? So I'm loving how our improved homes look. That's fantastic. Elementary school starting to become a problem. People want education, which is something we need to provide. And I think over here is a fantastic spot for like an education campus. A 120 there for now. We'll change this will change on the road as we get more. But for now, I really need a school down. So we're going to put that school down. Oh, people loved it. Super awesome. And we're still making a profit, which is exciting to see. Now, is this walkable? Yeah, look at that. Walking distance from an elementary school. Super awesome to see. Means we are getting our students educated. Our children are getting educated. And parents are going to love me more. Hopefully, anyway. Make a connection just there in the middle. Super simple. Gets that taken care of. Now we have an electricity problem, which makes sense. We have no power. Really connecting past the same point as last time. Grab that point, make a connection, drag it all the way through, and we'll connect right. Oh, right. Oh. You're right there because it's not letting me. Unfortunately. But it works. We have power going through here now. Are we good? We still have no power. So this is not actually connected as it's happening here. Okay, we'll go under the road and we'll look at our electrical lines. There we go. Grab our electrical line. Can I grab that, please? Yes, we can. Grab that and bring it up to here. Maybe that'll work. Elementary school looking fantastic, and we're still making a good amount of money. Our economy is balanced, just fantastic. Gonna unlock road services, something I really, really want, because then I can go into here. Actually unlocked the wrong thing, but it's okay. I think we have enough points to do what I want to do anyway. I want parking areas, and that's what I want. We also have the advanced services, which is great. We're gonna add a parking lot to the school just because it makes sense for a school to have a parking lot, and I also want to add the playground to the school because what kind of elementary school doesn't have a playground? It'd be a very depressing elementary school. We're gonna grab our parking lot. Go with like a medium-sized one. Maybe not a large, maybe. It just looks so nice right there, doesn't it? How much is this parking lot? 68.50? No, that's the okay. Ooh, $10,000 a month. It's not bad at all. I'm sure this area will fill up later on as we go, but for now, it's kind of all there is. Which I should also start looking at things like this. Power's flowing through there again. Good to go. School is up and running and operational. And I think what we have going on here, about 1,700 people in our city. Unemployment rate is hopefully still down. Let's double check one more time. Let's close this job network. Unemployment rate is still almost at the bottom, which is fantastic. Everyone's employed, which means right now we just need new citizens. Our budget is in a great place. We're making about $1,000 an hour, which is great for starting city. That'll only expand as we keep going and keep building. But I think we've built a great start here, and it's something I'm excited to continue. So thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, please stay safe. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.